So just got home, guys. I wanted to get this video out for you. I'm really tired, so if my eyes are halfway open, you know why. But before we get into the video, just know there's a little bit of a tapping noise throughout the whole video, and I'm really sorry. I leaned the phone up against the window, and I guess it was vibrating against the window, so you're gonna hear that tapping noise the whole video, and I don't know how to get it out because I'm not that good at a bunch of audio editing, but here it is. It's unlocked.
Driver, cut them up.
Yeah.
My name's Trooper Foster. I'm with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. The reason why I stopped you is for your speed. Okay. You're doing 20 miles an hour over on this hill.
There's no way. I was watching the whole time because I seen you pull out.
It's 55 miles an hour coming down that hill. Is this your truck?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I did not realize it was that going downhill. I'm sorry. We're
You
in
get
the
your
Florida
driver's
area.
license?
I wholeheartedly thought that this was like 70 through here.
Now, I couldn't figure out why you jumped out in front of me like that.
I wouldn't do that on purpose,
Yeah.
you know.
What's your window tint on this truck, too?
5.
Yeah, that's illegal. You can't have that.
We're out of Florida.
Doesn't matter. You don't fall under Florida law. You fall under federal law when you're in this truck. Okay. Have you got a logbook?
No, I don't have to have one
Why's that?
because I'm not for hire and I don't haul for hire whatsoever.
So whose vehicles are these?
Mine are all registered in my name.
Okay. Where are you coming from with them?
We stay in Monterey sometimes, but we're actually headed back home to Florida right now.
Is this guy with you right here?
Yeah.
So you don't have any paperwork on those vehicles whatsoever?
You can run the tag on the truck on the front of the trailer, it's mine, and the truck on the back trailer is my competition truck. We can sled pulling with it.
Have you got a registration for this truck?
Yeah.
You got a radar detector in here?
I don't. It's there, but it's not turned on.
That's an extra man.
Okay.
Right to jail, right away.
I've never been pulled over in the truck since I got it, brother. Yeah, we travel.
What shipment papers were those? That bill of lading you had right there.
That's for the APU on the side of the truck. My little generator.
Generator?
Yeah. It's like the warranty paperwork for it. I can what we do. We travel around. I make YouTube videos for a living, so we up here at Fitzgerald Peterbilt, right there on Crossville. We come up from Florida, and I bought this truck from them, and we make videos on modify, basically kind of trying to make show trucks and stuff like they do. And then the truck on the pulling truck on the back, we do sled pulling with it. And we come up here and work on their stuff at their shop. It's really nice what I have in Florida. And we do some shows and stuff with them. I've got the registration. Here we go. So we don't do. I'm 100% not for hire. Everything I haul, I own.
So what are you doing with these trucks?
So the reason he's in front of me is we have a house that we rent up here because we're up here in Tennessee every couple of weeks, and that truck usually stays up here at that house. Well, this one right here is my pickup that I have in Florida. Last time I was up here, the engine blew up in it. There's a hole in the block. This got expensive really freaking quick. You know where RLC Motorsports is? Right in Cookville. Anyways, I took it to them and had them put an engine in it, and we came back up this trip. We're bringing it back home. And we're actually headed to RLC now to drop that off because he's going to service it and go through it, make sure everything's good on there.
Did you get a new motor put in that truck?
The old ones are dead.
How much that cost?
A lot. The junkyard, I say junkyard, 3,000 mile takeout engine was 12 grand. See, like right here, this is what I always follow off of.
Yeah, so I understand that. But the signs are posted. You need to follow the signs, not the GPS. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check these other vehicles out.
Come on, yes sir.
Can I come back up there?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. Okay, where you are operating under your own personal stuff right now, that you're not inspectable as far as the FCMSA goes. Okay, your window tint is 28% in Florida for your front windows. Okay, so your window tint is illegal. I could write you a ticket for it. 70 miles or 75 miles an hour and 55. That's 20 over. Not good for your CDLs. Okay, I could write you a huge ticket for it. I'm not going to do that.
Thank you, Jesus!
Okay. If you're driving this thing more than 8 days in a month, well, let me back up. If you're going up here to Tennessee to pick up equipment to haul back down to Florida to sell, you are in commerce and you are inspectable. So therefore, that radar detector is no bueno. You can't have that in here. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I got that thing forever ago, and I put it in here, and I still can't figure out how to work it. I know you probably can't.
It don't even matter. If you got it in here, you can't have it in here. So
the 8 day thing, the 8 day a month thing,
right.
you mentioned, whenever him and I were going back and forth figuring out the rules and stuff, he did tell me that. He says, I know exactly what you're saying.
You have to run a paper log.
Correct.
If you're in Florida and you're coming to Tennessee to pick up equipment, haul back down to Florida to sell, you are in commerce. And if you drive less than 8 days in a month, you can run a paper log. But if you drive more than 8 days in a month,
E-log.
you're required to have an E-log. Okay, so for this trip right here, you have no idea what that would have done to your DOT score if you were in commerce right now. With a radar detector, dude, that's a huge fine.
Really?
Huge fine. The 20 over, not good at all,
Definitely,
man.
yeah.
And to be honest with you, I didn't want to fool with you right now. I was going after another car and you pulled right in front of me, man, when I was trying to go after that. So I'm cutting you a huge break today and letting you go with all that other state violations, the speed and the window tint and everything else. But I'm actually glad I pulled you over to slow you down, and it was educational for me as well. Were you in the military?
No, sir.
I didn't know you had a gunner tattoo on your arm.
My little boy's name is Gunner.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the leniency, because like I said, I haven't been pulled over since we figured all this stuff out as far as what I can and can't do. That I'll yank that out. That means nothing to me. But
Right.
55, they're here for trucks, and then is it
Coming down
car
the
speed
hill.
limit a different speed, or is it 55 for everyone?
It's 65 coming down the hill for cars,
Okay, 55
and it's
for trucks.
55 for trucks. Any passenger vehicle, it's 65. Right, you're coming down the mountain right there. So if you travel this all the time, next time when you come down through here, you know coming down that mountain, it's 55 on this truck.
And he told me the 8 day thing. He said that I can drive up here. He said, but the moment I do anything hauling a truck or tractor or anything, I've got to. And my day starts.
So here's the thing: when you're going to start your trip, if you're going to get a load, you have to log that. Okay, you have to log the trip up, and you have to log the trip back.
So not when I put stuff on the trailer. It's just when I'm.
If you're going to
with
get a load,
intention.
that's when you're starting right there. That's
With
when you're starting.
intention. Okay.
Yes. Anytime you're going to further a load or get a load, you need to log that.
Okay. Yeah, I only haul equipment from up here down home maybe once a month. But it's more or less, we just
What
love
else
the
do
area.
you just do YouTube videos and that's it? That's how you make your money?
Well, my tractor dealership, it kind of runs itself. I've got a good crew.
This
down
thing is
there.
nice, man. It's decked out. I mean, this is not a cheap rig.
That's my baby. I had an old cab over, and I used to travel with that. And my wife, we had kids, and now we pack them in here. We travel, and just,
The judge down here in this county is a real stickler about speeding, especially in these trucks.
I can
Slow it down,
understand
right?
that.
Slow it down.
Thank you. That could have been bad. That's a nice feller. Well, guys, I'm back home now. That traffic stop could not have went better. Definitely going to chalk this up to a learning opportunity. thank you to that Tennessee State Trooper if he sees this video for cutting me a break and letting me learn from that. I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for some more speed limit signs in Tennessee, because here in Florida, everything's flat and it's 70 mile an hour everywhere on the interstate. There is no 55 for trucks, 65 or 70 for cars. So I have seen that, but at that particular moment we pulled out, I didn't really pay attention, because usually on the interstate it's 70. So but definitely a massive learning situation. I do keep a logbook when we haul equipment, but we do it like once or twice a month out of town, very rarely. Mostly it's a lot of in-state stuff where I'm picking up equipment from dealerships. So like I said, massive learning opportunity, and thanks to that Tennessee State Trooper for instead of this making a moment where I get a bunch of tickets and my insurance goes up, he just gave me a really great opportunity to learn a little bit and to slow my butt down going down the interstate. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash that like button. Peace.